The constant drip of hacked emails released by WikiLeaks continues to dog Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign 16 days out from Election Day. One document shows that top aide Huma Abedin, writing about the King of Morocco's insistence that Clinton attend a conference he sponsored last year for the Clinton Global Initiative. Quote, here's the email. The condition upon which the Moroccans agreed to host the meeting was her participation. If HRC, Hillary Rodham Clinton, was not part of it, meeting was a non-starter. It will break a lot of China now to back out now. She created this mess and she knows it, end quote. Again, that was an email from Huma Abedin, who works closely with Clinton. Donald Trump pounced on that, and this is what he said at a campaign rally in North Carolina on Friday.
Now from WikiLeaks, we've just learned she tried to get $12 million from the King of Morocco for an appearance. More pay for play.
CNN Washington correspondent Athena Jones joins me now. Trump calls it pay for play. The Clinton campaign says that's nonsense. What about the candidate herself? I mean, has she responded to this specific allegation that it is pay for play? And frankly, more of the hacked emails dropped by WikiLeaks.
Right. She was asked about this whole WikiLeaks issue on her plane last night. But just to close the loop, Poppy, on the discussion that was taking place in these emails, ultimately a Clinton Foundation conference was held in Morocco. Bill Clinton went, Chelsea Clinton went, Hillary Clinton did not go, and she had left the State Department by the time of this whole discussion. So the campaign is saying there was no wrongdoing, no pay for play, no pay to play. There's no evidence that this is not evidence of corruption, as Donald Trump suggests. This is how Secretary Clinton responded when asked about this on her plane last night.
Are you truly concerned that Donald Trump would try to throw you in jail if you were elected? You brought that up at the rally tonight. And one other issue, there was a WikiLeaks email in which one of your top aides said that a Clinton Foundation conference that's now being labeled by some of your critics as a pay-to-play scheme was a mess of your own making. Could you comment on that as well?
No, I have nothing to say about WikiLeaks other than I think we should all be concerned about what the Russians are trying to do to our election and using WikiLeaks very blatantly to try to influence the outcome of the election. And I have no concerns about the first question whatsoever.
And if you couldn't hear it, that first question was whether she was concerned she could be sent to jail if Trump were elected. So you see that from the candidate herself and from her campaign, they're stressing that they believe these emails were stolen by Russian state actors trying to influence the presidential election. They're not verifying these emails. And I should mention that CNN has not been able to independently confirm their authenticity.
Also, one of the newer email revelations from WikiLeaks, from these stolen emails, is a discussion among Clinton staffers about race, right? And whether to address race ahead of the South Carolina primary. What do we know?
Yeah, this is interesting. This was a discussion taking place right after the New Hampshire primary that Hillary Clinton lost so badly to Bernie Sanders. And so that is the context here. The context is important. It was a little over a week before the South Carolina primary, which was one where black voters were going to play an important role. And so that was what the discussion was about, whether it was politically wise for Clinton to deliver a major speech on race. And in this email, one of these hacked emails that was released, one of Clinton's speechwriters makes it clear that both Bill and Hillary Clinton were involved in these discussions, about just what a speech on race would look like and should look like. The aide also writes about the pros and cons of giving such a speech, saying that one of Clinton's advisors was concerned it could unintentionally highlight some problematic issues that weren't being widely discussed at the time. Things like Hillary Clinton saying in the 1990s, calling young criminals super predators. The speechwriter ended up saying, if we're slipping fast, maybe it's worth rolling the dice and doing this speech. If we're holding relatively steady, maybe we see if we can ride this out without doing the speech. Clinton did end up giving a speech on race the very next day in Harlem. And this is the kind of exchange that could provide fodder to some of Clinton's critics who say that she's too politically calculating, that politics play into every single decision she makes. So some interesting exchanges here, Poppy.
Athena, thank you for the reporting from Washington. Take a look now